And now let's hear
Sydney,
from
Zach Weiss
the
at 910.com. You mentioned the
for the women's
departures. What
basketball
you're
player for
looking
St.
to
Joseph's
add? Are
Hawks.
you
Her name
looking
is
to
Gabby
find
Casey,
literally what fills, or are you looking
alongside
to
with her head
maybe
coach
just
Cindy
change
Griffin.
and tweak some things based on the personnel you have and go from there?
Yeah, I mean, we certainly got about four players that are from the transfer portal. We have four freshmen that we're going to incorporate into what we do. We certainly want to play a little bit faster this year. I think our strength is going to be more in the backcourt than perhaps the front court, and that's going to entail a lot of pushing the ball up the floor and getting more perimeter shots, and not losing sight of the post presence that we've had. And we've got to bring those younger players along a little bit more.
Really?
In terms of those new faces, Cindy, who really has answered those challenges or answered some of those questions for you at this point of the off-season stage?
Sure. I mean, I think you have to look at Faye Stinson, one of our transfers, senior this year. She has had a lot of playing time, playing at University of Indiana, Indianapolis. And so we're looking for her to fill some big shoes, from the post position. She's able to shoot the three. She's able to stretch the floor out like we like to do. We like all five guys on the court, women on the court, to be able to shoot the three so that we can space out the floor and get some inside touches, whether it be with the post players or with posting up some of the mismatches.
Gabby, obviously a lot of things went really well for you last year. What did you find through that work that led to those moments, and what do you look to capitalize on to build on that?
I'm just looking to be more of a scoring role this year, and I think that's just a testament to getting in the gym, working hard, and then also having great coaches being able to push me to fill that role.
When you hear faster, how excited does that make you, that opportunity to maybe provide that opportunity?
I'm really excited for that part. I love to run in transition and to get my teammates opportunities, and I'm just really looking forward to that.
Cindy, when you, as a follow-up to that, say faster, understanding that you have that with the personnel, how important is that to realize and maybe making that switch?
It's easy because, when you have somebody that can put the ball in the basket different ways, such as Gabby, and you have to look at Aaliyah's experience from last year, being Sixth Player of the Year, and just being versatile. I think you're looking at two perimeter players that can score in a lot of different ways and being complemented by some speed and athleticism, and certainly some skill.
You mentioned the recognition that Aaliyah got. Just what was she able to do last season with obviously a lot of accomplished players on that team to be able to provide that next for herself and for her team?
Yeah, I think she filled a great role for us. Anything we asked her to do, whether play against the best perimeter player, whether it be maximize on a mismatch, be the top of our press, create some steals and opportunities for herself and for her teammates. So just playing that role for us. And, I think both of the young ladies are looking forward to stepping up and playing more primary roles and maybe giving that secondary stuff to some other guys.
With for both of you, what you were able to learn last year, what was the biggest takeaway that you think can help this team this season? Even though last year's separate, there's still things that you can intangible wise build to make this season a successful one.
Do you want to start? Okay. I think the big takeaway is that we got a taste of the championship game. We got a taste of postseason. And just because maybe numbers have changed on the back of their jersey on who's going to be starting, who's going to be playing out there, the goals are still the same. We want to win the Atlantic 10 championship. We want to play in postseason, and we want to represent St. Joe's in this league the best that we can.
Like Coach was saying, that feeling that we had walking off that floor in Richmond, we won't ever forget that, and I think that has fueled us for this season, and we're just looking to get back there.
Just look at your non-conference schedule. It looks like, if we go back to Villanova the year before and last year, obviously they got caught and they lost a lot more that they didn't anticipate. But it looks like on your schedule you can kind of there's a lot of points that I think you could pick up with wins. In other words, I think you're probably looking at the profiles as you've brought people in that can meet the schedule in terms of before you hit into conference play.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you look at our schedule, and we have, we're on the road a little bit, and then we're back home, and we host Big 12 team in Cincinnati, and then we host Big 10 team in Penn State, and then we're heading up to Columbia, who's been in the NCAA tournament the last couple years. So really challenging our players very early, and really just throwing them out there and seeing what we can do against these teams. I mean, I think we're gonna again compete, and we're gonna steal a couple.
So to follow up too, knowing that the Big 5 Classic this year is on a Sunday instead of a Friday, how much do you think that can help the marketing effort that weekend?
Yeah, I mean, Sundays are always a great day in the Philadelphia area for attendance, and I think that has a lot to do with who our fan base is, which is a lot of younger families with kids. And Saturdays sometimes are a little bit tougher just because of activities, but Sundays usually we hit home runs, and that's good not only for that game but also for Sunday television games and other games. So I think it's going to be great.
Any additional questions? Nope. You're free, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All
All
right.
right, so the Hawks, they knock off Richmond last year in the
Right. How
semifinals,
about
huge
that?
win. Yeah, they end up going to postseason, 24 wins, but